Content warning. This is a horror game and it's not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website, blacktabbygames.com, if you need a full list of content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects. If this poses a health risk to you, you can turn off animations in the preferences. Hello everyone, welcome back to Commander Wolf Gaming. I'm CWG, and welcome to Slay the Princess. This is a horror game. If you guys did not read the content warning or listen to the content warning ahead of time, this is basically a story-driven game about unaliving a princess. It's more of I guess it would be a psychological horror type of game because it gives you choices, and those choices have an effect on your gameplay. And I think there's going to be multiple endings and everything. Okay. Did not expect that. Yikes. Okay. So, this is actually one of CWG's first look. I don't know how long this game is actually, and this is a demo. So I don't know how long this is going to be, but we're just going to try this and see how it goes. So let's actually start the game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Okay. So here is the first couple oh, wow. Okay, we do have a lot of choices here. Okay, so first one, explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Explore. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Explore. Have you considered that maybe... Okay, no, just repeated that one. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget it. I'm done with... I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with world ending? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution! Silently continue to cabin or turn around and leave. Okay, so this is the demo. I don't know if all the endings are going to be here or if it's just kind of going to force you on a track here. So I'm just going to choose kind of whatever here. And, let's turn around and Seriously?
leave.
You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I don't know. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her, maybe I won't. I guess I will. See, lie, yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I realize the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
And there we go.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Okay.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. Do I have split personality syndrome
That's
or something?
strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I think you're putting me on this track, aren't you? Turn around again and leave again. Okay, I'm going to get into the cabin.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yes!
Remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Okay. I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue down the path.
Now, I like this one. It gives me more emotion. Good, maybe everyone should die!
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
Hey, you tossed me in the woods, man.
And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Fantastic.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you a fated confrontation.
Okay. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh, yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone
I feel like
who's ever
this is
lived,
the whole...
as well as for everyone who ever will.
I feel like this is a whole angel and devil sitting on your shoulder type of thing, you know?
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh, yeah. I love this kind of anime. Look at this. It's just like, see that? This is how they used to kind of like do like art, you know, the film, and like in Disney and everything. They would have like a drawn background, and then they would do another layer on top of it. So they would layer like these film, see-through film sheets with paint and coloring and stuff, and so you it would be light, so you'll give it more depth. It's actually pretty cool. People still actually do this now with like more 3D style art. I have like, but I remember watching like an old thing with that where, you know, they were showing a little clip from I forget what it was, like not Beauty and the Beast. It was like from like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, I think, and they showed how they made the one scene and just the amount of things that amount of paper, these clear filament pieces that they had to go through in order to make this whole like short little clip was astounding. You know, obviously some stuff gets reused over and over again, but my God. Okay.
But as you focus on your
God dang it.
surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
I'm sorry, I'm actually kind of distracted because I'm watching like the background move and everything. This, I don't know if this is like a 2D or 2.5D, because it's like it has some depth to it, right? But it's still really, really flat. So
in every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
I don't know.
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
I was looking at the text down here and I didn't realize they are really layering up back up there.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. It's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Fantastic! Everyone dies. Chapter 2, The Stranger. Really? This is supposed to be a demo. I really expected that.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so... Oh... Okay, I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard, you're in for it. Now, I'm wise to your tricks, But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here? Those walls weren't here last time. You can't force me to go to the cabin. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Suddenly proceeds. Honestly, I want to ask about the walls.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there.
No, they weren't.
It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Yeah.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, I wanted to lower down the music and sound so I can hear the voices more better.
If by ruining my day you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
So now I got 3 voices.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
I definitely got 3 voices in my head. I'm getting a terrible sense of wait. Hasn't this? Okay, wait. It's leading me back to the same. I'm getting a
terrible sense of deja vu.
Yeah.
No, you don't have that. This is the first. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he might have walked. If by rule the world really did end. The world hasn't ended yet.
Okay. Whoa. Hello. Oh, it's not giving me any more choices.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the... Let's keep an open mind.
I guess I have no choice.
The interior of the cabin is odd. The air smelling faintly of plastic, the wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Interesting.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade into the basement. Let's ask it about the mirror.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a... There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it. Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs...
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Why do I look like a reptilian, a lizardman, or a dragonkin? Like what is going on here?
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
I guess take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but But you really shouldn't hold it. How are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Great. You keep your grip the way it is. Your task awaits.
Throw the blade!
Ah, yes!
Yeah.
Seriously? You throw the blade at the window, the glass shattering as it flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the print. Can't believe you actually did it.
Yeah.
It'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. What's done is done.
Enter the basement!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase built from an unidentifiable and featureless material. The steps barely seem to fit together, and upon closer inspection, they barely seem to go anywhere at all, let alone down.
Yeah, that's actually kind of weird.
The air here has an almost artificial quality to it, the scent of plastic from the cabin mingling with a cocktail of chemical odours. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice carries up the stairs, its multitonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Hi, though. Is someone there?
Oh my god, that gave me a chill.
Isn't what I expected her to sound like. What is she? Well, she's not a princess, that's for sure. She is a princess. Don't let your imagination run wild.
What the hell are you? Hi, just checking on now. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. So just checking in.
That sounds nice. We don't remember the
Oh my
last
God.
time
Oh.
we had company.
Oh my dear lord.
It takes you a moment to orient yourself before you're able to start moving forward.
Don't move forward! Not with that type of voice!
As you enter the next room, the form of the princess comes into view, her wrist bound to the far wall in heavy shackles.
Yes.
She locks eyes with you.
Oh god.
One moving a little faster than the other, the loose skin of her face stretching into something resembling... Holy shit. If we knew she'd be like this, maybe we wouldn't have tossed that knife out the window.
God dang it!
Why are you just standing there? Are you scared of
Oh my god, I got like goosebumps going on. Shivers up my spine. This is true psychological horror. Just that hearing that, right, is driving like an ice pick into my brain and saying I should be scared. And it's not even the visual thing. It's just hearing this. Oh, hell. Holy. Okay. Interesting. Want more content? Episodes 1 through 4 of Scarlet Hollow are out now. Okay, so this game is technically out right now, but again, I wanted to try the demo of it before I dive into the actual game. Holy smokes! And there's got to be multiple endings to this game, because if I got the ending with the stranger, holy smokes! And honestly, I love the voice acting in this game. This is actually the reason why I want to get into voice acting. It's just for stuff like this. Even though I don't play a lot of horror games, I do like doing like scary voices and gravelly voices and the deep dark voices, because I could be whimsical, you know, I could be sad and upset, but it's just holy smokes, just I feel like you get more emotion in like these horror style games, right? And you can play with your voice a little bit more, so it doesn't have to sound entirely human itself. And in fact, I do actually want to do this again. I'm gonna just skip a quick through this, and sweet.
That's the spirit.
Okay, I'm actually gonna
You
off
make your
the
warning.
princess.
She will lie. We're not going to ignore.
Okay, proceed into the cabin, because I just want to see what would happen if we do it this way.
The interior of the blade is your implement.
Okay. So
You'll
this
need it
actually
if you
looks
want
like
to
a
do
physical
this
cabinet
right.
now. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the...
Enter the basement. So this looks
The
like...
door to the basement creaks open,
Ooh.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain on...
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes! Yes, I am. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk, steal your nerves, and step forward. I haven't decided
How
yet.
about you drop the knife, and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing some...
I am actually gonna kind of off her this time around, so...
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten...
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade, slay the princess. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
You stare at the princess. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I hype.
Okay.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been... Holy shit, that hurt!
Oh, yeah.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Flee and lock her in the basement, give up, finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there?
Oh.
If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain. falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
That's actually an inaccurate depiction on where the heart is. It's not in the middle of your chest. It's actually slightly off to the left side behind your lung.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
Now I could believe that.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. But you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything goes black.
The adversary.
You're on a path. You're here.
Okay, so we already know. Proceed to the cabin. I'm gonna try to kind of skip through this.
She will lie.
Yeah.
The
Voice
point,
over
Prince
here.
Chris.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest.
What the frick?
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar. The blade is your implement. You take the blade from the...
Enter the basement. God, this art's... I'm
The
loving
door
this.
to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Oh God, voice is
As
stubborn.
much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step,
Why, hello,
the form of
lady.
the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the base. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. I'm going to have fun breaking you into...
The adversary. Okay, to be continued. Alright, so it looks like there is going to be multiple endings, and I think how we play in the first chapter is going to affect the rest of the chapters. Obviously, I got two different ones so far, and again, this is the demo, you know? Maybe it'll play completely different if I played the actual game. If you guys have any interest, make sure to leave a comment down below in regards to this. This is actually... Again, this is incredible. You know, I often say... No, I don't often say this, but I really do kind of believe that a good story can make or break a game, right? Now, I do play a lot of different games, and you guys know that my channel is about, you know, playing different beta games, indie games, and stuff like that. Obviously, some games are better than the others. The ones that I feel like really have a chance in making a splash are the ones with the good stories, right? And this seems like it has a very good story, and I really want to explore this a little bit more. And I know it's a horror game. I don't usually play horror games, but this, I feel like I could really tolerate this and explore this a bit more than just playing this arbitrarily, you know, just kind of like doing one play. There might be, I feel like there could be a couple different runs that we could do on this and try to get all the different endings, right? And again, if you guys want to see that, make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today here on Command Wolf Gaming. Hope they enjoyed the video. Did you guys know about 10% of you, that is right, about 10% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. So make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below and hit that bell
notification button to be notified on when I'm updating the channel, because I'll be trying to update the channel as often as possible. Now, if you do want some more exclusive content that you're not going to find here on YouTube, make sure to follow me on Rumble, Odyssey, and or Kick. That is right, Rumble, Odyssey, and or Kick, where we would be doing, currently, we are doing exclusive live streams every single Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is every single week, and it's only going to be on Rumble, Odyssey, and or Kick. Now, if you do want to join the greater community and be notified on when I'm updating the channels, make sure to follow me in the Discord. I don't have a Discord link down below. In fact, you can find all the links down below for those who are interested. Now, last thing here, if you do want to help support the channel, make sure to take a look at our merchandise link. That's right, we do have a merchandise, and in that merchandise link, you're going to find long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, baseball caps, and beanies. They all come in a variety of colors as well as sizes. I do purchase everything out of this store before I put it up in the store as a permanent fixture to make sure that it is very comfortable for those who are purchasing it. In fact, I'm wearing one of the t-shirts right now. If you don't, if merchandise is not to your appeal, you can also leave a tip in the tip link down below. Now, I know on Rumble and Odyssey, they do have their own tipping system, so if you want to do it on there, that is fine as well. So, anywho, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today here on Command Wolf Gaming. As always, like, subscribe, and share. Spread the love. And I hope to see you next time here on Command Wolf Gaming. Bye-bye now!